Next from Indiana's News Center at 6.
Eric Olson is out in your country talking with a local woman who could very well be the human version of a chameleon. We'll explain coming up.
You're watching Indiana's News Center at 6 on 21 Alive with Melissa Long, Chief Meteorologist Curtis Smith, and Dean Fantazzi. Sports, Indiana's News Center on 21 Alive. This is Indiana's News Center at 6 on 21 Alive.
There seem to be people in this world who continue to reinvent themselves. A friend of ours out in your country is like that. Eric Olson has her story.
There are a few folks we've stayed in touch with over the years out in your country, people whose lives always seem to intersect with something interesting. Cheryl Ray is one such person. We first met Cheryl in her Steuben County home about 10 years ago, during her art photography phase. She'd snap lovely, whimsical photographs of all sorts of subjects, then hand tint them.
This one, the only thing I color is the photograph itself, and the rest I leave black and white.
Then Cheryl began drawing, local architecture mostly, handsome ink portraits of buildings that facilitated life when Steuben County was thinly populated farm country. But then Cheryl Ray's life took a literary turn. She published a book on the history of Nevada Mills, her hometown, with her dad, Lynn Munger. Apparently, she caught the writing bug because these days, writing is all Cheryl does.
I love writing a lot more than I've ever loved art. And I never realized that until I started writing.
And she's been quite successful. Her first book has just been published. It's called Liam and the Magic Kingdom, about wizards and parallel universes, and a young man who seeks the key to the Book of Knowledge. A great magical mystery tour with lots of lessons to teach.
It's hopeful, it's never quit, it's keep going, you know, keep trying. Even though you stumble and you try to do the right thing, right things happen from that.
A pretty good description of Cheryl Ray's own journey, one thing leading to another until you find your life's work. Cheryl's already working on book 2 of the Liam series. She doesn't know how many books the series will grow to include, but that's not important. It's the journey that matters after all, she says, not the getting there. Eric Olson reporting out in your country.
Some areas